girl Tara Crush, back with another review, and this time it is for The Oval on BET. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Hey guys, we are back. Oh my God. Okay, so remember we didn't even know if The Oval was coming back, and then all of a sudden it was coming back, and I was like, are you kidding me? The Oval is coming back? I knew Donald was not gonna be dead. I knew it. I just knew. I knew so many things. I just knew it couldn't be over. But then I was like, well, where are they? Okay, so my whole thing was, why do we ever even have to have a lapse in Tyler Perry shows? Remember, he's supposed to be the only writer. But we can tell from this episode that definitely somebody else is writing this. Somebody else helped him write this, because, oh my God, it was a couple of WTF moments, wasn't it? I'm definitely going to cover those too. Okay, so, and that's with the writing, where it was like, these characters would not be saying these things. Like, what in the world is going on here? Okay, so it opens up with Victoria and Simone fighting. Simone was definitely getting the best of Victoria. They went over the bandits or whatever, and then here come the Secret Service agents and blah, 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 blah. But she's, Victoria being the trash that she is, she had the agents hold Simone while she smacked her up or whatever. That was the only way you was going to get your licks in, baby, because Simone was handling you, honey. Simone was handling you, and she was handling you. They know she was handling you. Talking about you need a chiropractor. Yeah, you need a psychiatrist too to deal with that head of yours. Gonna have Simone locked up in the presidential bunker. I'm like, this girl. And then what? So she goes to run, I guess, to tell Hunter that, she just had this fight with the second lady or whatever. And Abby, daggone, if Hunter ain't passed out on the Oval Office floor. Y'all remember, he got them drugs, right? EOD on the drugs. Okay, so he just sent Alonzo to go and get drugs. Alonzo hollered at Alan, like, Alan, I don't know where to be getting these drugs at. Like, where do you get these drugs? And Alan's like, okay, you got to go to this pharmacy. They going to give you the drugs or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Well, Alonzo gets it in his mind, you know what? I can come up off of this. I can come up. I can do a come up. So instead of just going to get what he's supposed to get, he going to rob the place. And gets all of these extra drugs or whatever. And, so they find out, that the place got robbed, by a Secret Service agent. And so then Alan's like, you better take them back. He was like, I'm not taking them back. He said, you take them back. And so he gives them the drugs, and Alan runs to take them back. Alan gets his dumb self locked up. So Alan's locked up because he gets busted with the drugs as he's trying to return them to the pharmacy. Okay, so now we got the president in the Oval Office, OD'd. And so Victoria's going crazy. She done called the medical doctor in there, the on-call medical doctor. He comes in, and she's yelling at Alonzo, did you get them drugs? Did you buy them drugs? He's like, no, it wasn't me. It was. Everybody know it was you, bro. Everybody know you, the peon that went and got the doggone drugs for him. Everybody knows that there was no one else to do it but you. You're the only other one next to him. And she said, well, if he dies, I'll make sure that you die in prison. And I was like, girl, shut up. Let's address the fact that your husband was a doggone powderhead. Let's just address that fact. Let's not skip over that fact, Victoria. Like, you really trying to make this, Alonzo's fault. And it is, because he did the most. Trying to come up, and I didn't understand it then, and I don't understand it now. But she put that together real quick that he got it. Yes, he did. And so, of course, Donald's not dead. That was Donald's, little boy toy, because, he hadn't been messing with Cal. He wasn't getting none from his wife. Not that he ever wanted any from her. But that was his boy toy that got shot up by the police officer on the last episode. Now, I told y'all that was not Donald. So Donald comes from around the corner with the same kind of pajamas. Like, what are the chances that you had two of the same kind of pajamas, Donald? Like, I think what happened was they did an episode just in case they didn't bring the Oval back. And then they brought it back, and they had to clean up a lot of stuff that they did. Because it was weird that that police officer did all of that. He killed the Secret Service agents. You know, he gets Lily out of the house and she just comes back and rats him out, tells everything. I was like, dang, what about his heroism and getting you out of a situation where your husband had just shot you, honey? Like, I don't understand who wrote this. But to me, that was a WTF moment. Like, if you was trying to get away, then why would you ever go back and then own the person who helped you get away? I had heard gunshots upstairs. Girl, shut up. And she gonna ask him, well, why Donald? And he was like, well, you wouldn't give me any. You wasn't trying to get none from her. You was you was not trying to get none from her. You was trying to get something from Cal. Cal was trying to get something from Dale. To make you jealous. Like, that was not what had happened. So you basically called Cal to come on over to help you, you know, clean up all these bodies because you got the 2 Secret Service agents and your little boy toy that's upstairs. And Cal's gonna be really mad when he sees him. And he'll tell him what he gonna do with his body. But yeah, so Cal's leaving, and then you get the call from Victoria, get your butt to the White House because Hunter done OD'd. OD'd. So now you done call Cal back. Now you need to go to the White House. We got a situation. Just get to the White House. We got a situation. Okay, so he gets to the White House. So we get there, and Donald talks to Victoria about her son, and she's like, well, did y'all get him? And he was like, no, he got away. Did y'all do anything right? No, they can't. They cannot hold Jason. Jason is crazy, and crazy cannot be contained a lot of times. And so Jason got away on a motorcycle, but then Jason got himself caught up with the Rockadoochie. So I think that's a good addition to the Rockadoochie. I think he just crazy enough. I think they have their weird ways, but they will tame that beast. The beast that is within Jason that was killing people, you know, choking. They killed his grandmama. Like, Jason, I'm sick of him. So he needs to go talking about, I'm just trying to survive. You know, that's what you need to say to a cult member. Because they can definitely relate to you trying to survive, you know. So I thought that was, you know, cool that that's where he went. But, you know, Victoria didn't like it at all that he got away. But she'll just have to live. Because, I mean, we have to remember she did try to kill him. You know, but Sam was smart enough to replace him with a cancer patient that was already dying. So that anything they tried would not really happen to Jason. It would happen to the kid that he put in his place. Which is crazy to me because how you gonna put just any kid in his place when the kid was still alive? So wasn't his parents visiting with him? Like, make it make sense, Sam. But anyway, so it was crazy because then, you know, once Donald got there, he told Cal that Cal needed to go and question Alonzo about where he got those drugs from, you know, and get the full scoop. And I'm going to tell y'all, I was really impressed with Alonzo because it took a lot to get him to tell everything. Like, he was not trying to give up no information to Cal. Like, I was like, you go, psych. Cal was like, where'd you get it from? Oh, I got it from the pharmacy. What pharmacy? That pharmacy. Oh, that pharmacy. Oh, that little I'm like, dang, tell him everything. Tell him more. You giving him information he didn't even ask you for. Like, I said, Alonzo, you was going to jail. You were either going to jail or you going to hell. But that's what greed to get you, because you didn't have no business robbing them people in the first place. You didn't have no business doing it. None at all. And so, you know, after Cal got all this information from you, he's supposed to really do something with you because you are the reason that the president is OD right now, because you went and got the bad drugs. That because you got the bad drugs, their positions of power are in jeopardy, because if the vice president gets put into power, do you think he's not going to change his chief of staff? He ain't gonna have the same chief of staff. Why would he have the same chief of staff? He don't like them. So why would you be okay with Alonzo in this moment, Cal? I don't understand. Because at the same time, before they ended their conversation, Cal was trying to get Alonzo to calm down about the situation. Like, well, there's nothing you can do about it. You might as well just calm down and relax. And he was like, that is not Cal. Cal would not be saying those things. Who wrote Cal's words? And I know Cal had to be kicking and screaming because he is a prick in this show. So I know he was like, Godspeed. Who wrote this? TD Jakes? Listen. No, bring back the ratchet. Because Cal would never say Godspeed. I know y'all was like, Godspeed. Because that's what I said. I was like, WTF. He would never say that. Ever. So it's like the second WTF moment for me, because the first was when Lily came rocking right back in that door and it didn't take nothing. Like Donald didn't have to look for her. Like she just came right on back in, didn't even know what she was walking into. And came right on back in and just gonna move the gun. After this man that shot you, you ain't scared of him to shoot you? You ain't scared? You ain't gonna move? You just gonna move the gun. All right. What's that little baby that says BS? That's BS. Okay, so VP comes down looking all goofy, looking for his wife. She ain't there. He asked one of the service people, "What, have you seen my wife? She went to the White House." The White House. So as he's having this conversation, guess who calls him? Victoria. Guess where she is? The White House. And so she tells him, yeah, me and your wife came over here. I told her everything. We fought like two ghetto chicks for a piece of chicken. I said, who wrote this? Now that might be something Victoria might say, but that was a little extra. Wouldn't you say they put a little extra stank on that one? Like, but yeah, they did fight. She said, nah, beat that. No, you didn't. You didn't get your licks in until you had people holding her back. You didn't get your real licks in until you had people holding her back. You was trying, but she was handling you, honey. We remember. We saw it. So don't lie. There are cameras in the White House. So I'm pretty sure he can go back and roll back the tape and see how well his wife did. So she done told the vice president that he's now the president until Hunter comes out of the hospital because, he OD'd. And, she don't care nothing about Hunter ODing because she just cares about being in a position of power. And she's probably going to try to get rid of Simone. So it makes it easier for them to come together. But they would never be able to come together. Can you imagine the scandal in the United States of America if the president dies from a drug overdose? His wife disappears and is found dead somewhere. They would probably say she was having an affair with the president and the vice president was having an affair with the first lady. And then the first lady and the vice president decided to get together. Like, no, this is stupid. Victoria, you dumb if you think that's what's going to happen, because it's not going to happen in nobody's America. They would never allow that to happen. If they would have allowed that to happen, they would have allowed Bush to leave his wife for Condoleezza. Oh, y'all know y'all heard the rumors of Bush and Condoleezza. Conde. I ain't mad at you, Conde. Okay, so now that, the president is in a hospital, in the infirmary, and Simone is in the presidential bunker locked up, Victoria and the vice president about to link up. I said, I hope somebody filmed them. I hope somebody films it and gets, really has them in a chokehold. Like, for real. This is what you was doing when your wife was missing and when your husband was fighting for his life. This is what y'all was doing. Like, really. And then Sam and Max, their car ride was very telling. He basically gave them a hint that maybe Priscilla and Bobby were together. And Sam says, well, we need to go and get your car. He basically did that so that he could drive Max's car so nobody would suspect anything if he showed up to the hotel where they staying at, because he knew he was about to go up there and confront Bobby, because he knew Bobby was with his wife, and he was. But, you know, Max was trying to stop Sam from going, and Sam was like, I'm not going anywhere. What are you talking about? We just need to have your car. Blah, blah, blah. Well, he disappeared when they got to the White House, and we all know why. And so Max then was trying to call Bobby to give Bobby the heads up, like, you need to watch your back. I'm telling you, you need to watch your back. Be careful. Watch your back, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, Sam wouldn't answer the phone. Not Sam. Bobby wouldn't answer the phone. He was like, man, why won't you answer the phone? Because he's waiting on Priscilla to get there. Priscilla's P to get there. And remember, he ain't had none because Lily ain't been giving him none, and he ain't had no other pieces. So he was really trying to get his everything on it too. So he was trying to be warned, but he didn't take heed to those warnings. Now, Nancy done woke up in the hospital, right? She done forgot all about everything she went through. She done forgot about being with the Rakadushi, about getting drugs, about drugging herself, about trying to hang herself. So she wake up in the hospital with a neck brace and her neck hurting. The drugs done wore off. She don't know what's going on. She has no idea how she got there. The doctor tries to tell her that she tried to hurt herself. She said, no, I would never do that unless he tried to choke me. And she's like, yeah, he choked me. No, he didn't. Girl, shut up. Shut up, Nancy. Why don't you shut up and listen to everything you've been saying? And I'm pretty sure that that's just a storyline for them to just throw out there. Because I'll tell you, this was a jam-packed episode. Like, there was so much going on. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. We saw everyone but Sharon this episode, I believe. I didn't see Sharon. She's the only one I didn't see. So that was pretty good, you know, for the scenes that they figured that but, you know, we know that she's locked up, but we just didn't see her. And so she done woke up and basically tried to blame Richard for her neck injury. And I'm hoping that the hospital don't fall for that. I hope it's just something that she's saying and they talk her out of it. Because you do have Priscilla that knew that she was on drugs too, because she saw her acting crazy. So we have people that was actually witness to her craziness that can vouch for her craziness. So hopefully, you know, she just listens to reason and doesn't try to throw her husband under the bus no more. So yeah, I thought it was weird that Alan, who's locked up right now, was sitting next to Cal and go ask Cal to go to his house to get a box for him, but didn't want to tell him was in the box. So why would I be going to your house, bro? They just locked you up for drugs. Like, your peoples robbed me at gunpoint, bro. And now you sitting there because you was trying to bring the drugs back, right? And now you want me to go to your house and get a box, and you don't want to tell me what's in the box? No, ever will I do that. Not ever. Not one time will you catch me doing that. No. But Cal agrees to do it. Like, and that's the thing with the Tyler Perry. You can tell when he's got in, he will have them say no 15 times just to say yes at the end. Like, bro, why would we have to go back and forth if you knew there was a chance that this person was going to yes after the second time? Like, no, I don't really want to do that. I really need you to do it. Okay. Instead of the no, I'm not going to do it. No, quit asking. I'm not going to do it. No, tell me what it is. No, what it is. Oh, okay, I'll do it. All right, it's fine. Don't tell me anything. It's fine. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. No sense at all. But we'll see what's in the box. He says it's protection for them both. I don't know what that is. The last thing is when Priscilla and Bobby were getting it in, trying to get it in, you know, Bobby was massaging or whatever. She was cute. They was cute or whatever. But Priscilla couldn't get into it. She couldn't do it. And so she decided that she was going to leave. But of course, like clockwork, in true Tyler Perry fashion, he opens the door to let her out. Sam, boom, 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 boom. And the third WTF moment was, now get home and wash my effing clothes. Sam would never say that. Like, Sam would never say that. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that part. I mean, I like the movement of the show. I like that it wasn't a lot of dead moments. Something was happening pretty much every moment. They gave us a lot of oval. A lot of oval. And I hope Sisters is just as jam-packed tomorrow, so I have a lot to report on. But those WTF moments really need to be done away with. Like, I never want to hear anything like Godspeed from Cal. What about Cal is godly like ever? Never is anything ever got Godspeed. Why is he so soft right now? Like, no, I don't like this. Let's fix it, okay? Let's go back to the drawing board. We're not doing that. We are not doing that, okay? All right, y'all heard me. I said what I had to say, and I said it, and I meant it. Let us pray that they get that part together, because I can't deal with the changing in the characters. No time has lapsed, so there's no reason for these people to have evolved at all. Nothing has made them evolve this quick. No, didn't happen. So we'll just have to see where it goes from there. Okay, so I'm going to end the review right there. I'm sorry I took so long, but there was a lot to cover, and I felt like I needed to cover everything to catch people up. For the people who didn't remember, like, a couple things I was like, oh, I forgot. Yeah, that is what happened. So that's it. And again, if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. And if you are not the subscribing type, you know what? You got to the end of this video, and that's more than I can ask of anybody. So thank you so very much. Mwah, mwah. If you like it, share it in a group. Share it with your friends. Tell your friends to watch me. Tell them to subscribe. I like to give away things that too. You never know. I might do that. I'm going to get my accent together. Don't y'all worry about me in Jamaica. Maybe once I actually visit the island, I can get it together. But I'm going to get it together. It always winds up going somewhere different. Sometimes I end up in England. Sometimes I end up somewhere in Africa. I don't understand, but. And that is my $5.02. Peace.